Bye-bye, Pet. Take care.
Good morning, Bob. Mrs. Ferris. Mind, you've been in the wars. Had an accident, have you?
Whatever gave you that idea? Now drive carefully, Pet.
Aye, I think you better.
I'm sorry I'm late, Bob. I had to go to the dentist. He says I need a filling, so I have to go again a week on Thursday. Did you have a nice weekend skiing? Oh.
I did not do it skiing.
What happened?
There was an accident in the home. Suffice it to say that Terry Collier was at the bottom of it.
At the foot of it.
Pardon, Wendy.
Nothing, Bob. Oh, what happened to your eye?
I do not wish to discuss it.
My boyfriend Gordon had a black eye.
Wendy, I'm up to here with work and I haven't had my coffee yet.
I'm sorry, Bob. I had to go to the dentist. I was in pain.
Nothing like the pain some of us are in.
When you came back from skiing on your honeymoon, that foot was in plaster.
Well, I didn't do that skiing either. I'm a fairly accomplished skier, Wendy.
No, I'm just saying it's ironical.
What is?
Well, that every time you go skiing, you hurt yourself. Even though you don't do it skiing. It's funny.
Oh, yes, it's bloody hysterical.
Swear, Bob. It's only 2p for a B-L-O-O-D-Y.
Yes, well, I might need some credit today.
It owes you 8p then.
Right.
What did they say it is?
They said that it could be ligaments.
At least nothing's broken then.
Ligaments is very serious, Wendy. Ligaments could finish a footballer's career.
Yes, but I don't suppose the consequences are as bad in the building trade.
Oh, so suddenly we're a physio-bloody therapist, are we?
6p it owes you.
Is that kettle boiled yet?
My boyfriend Gordon had cartilage. That's worse than ligaments, cartilage. We were going to this motorcycle scramble near Blackburn. That's in Lancashire, Blackburn.
I know where bloody Blackburn is.
4p. Anyhow, I was on the back of his moped, and just past Kendal, he skidded to avoid a runaway cow. I was all right because I was wearing a crash helmet, even though they weren't compulsory in those days. But poor Gordon fell awkwardly and did his cartilage.
And the cow?
The cow was unscathed.
Well, that's a relief to us all.
But poor Gordon had to bear the consequences for several months. He had to give up football. And you know, he was one of the leading goal scorers for the Sunday Methodist League. And he couldn't go dancing. And he couldn't ride his moped. Because he couldn't get his leg over.
You purposely tried to provoke me, Wendy.
What do you mean?
I mean, every conversation we have is always about your Gordon. Anything I've done, your Gordon's done it first, or he's been there first. Just because the leading goal scorer with the Methodist League does not make him BBC Sports Personality of the Year. I'm up to here with your Gordon. In fact, I have been meaning to say something about your Gordon for some time.
What?
Hang on. I'll pay in advance. Your Gordon...
Morning. Oh, have I come at the wrong moment?
No, you've come at just the right moment. Before some of us say things that some of us will regret. Just because some of us have ligaments, which are nothing compared to cartilage.
What's up with her?
Stupid girl.
No need to take your foul mood out on her. Boil the kettle's boiling. Shall I do the honours?
Sometimes, you know, she really...
No. She is not responsible for your ligaments.
No, of course she's not. We know who is, don't we?
Only indirectly.
Only indirectly.
You take sugar?
You know fine well I don't take sugar. How is it, Terry, that you always loom so large in all my misfortunes?
What a terrible thing to say.
How is it, Terry, that you are always the cause of my grief and anguish?
What a terrible thing to say. Now drink that while it's hot.
Bloody hell! Bloody hell! Get out, you're fired!
I'm sorry about that, kid. I'm sorry about that. It was an accident, man.
Leave it alone. Don't you touch it.
Well, I've said it was an accident. Oh, it's very unkind of you to say that I am the cause of all your misfortunes.
All right, Terry, last weekend, you looked after my house just for the weekend because I was away for the weekend. As a result, there is a large hole in the living room ceiling. There is plaster all over the living room carpet, and Thelma has concussion. I have severely strained ligaments, and a neighbour and former acquaintance has punched me in the eye because you seduced his wife.
Yes, but...
Yes, but? It's not a question of yes, but. How much of a catalogue of catastrophe do you need?
She seduced me.
Who did what to whom and how is academic. The point is that I, as usual, have to suffer the consequences of your immoral behaviour. Never speak to me again, you know.
Who?
Mr. Upton, the neighbour. We were quite good friends. He used to help me service the car.
Huh?
Used to lend me his grease gun.
Really?
Shall have to buy my own grease gun now.
Well, I'm very sorry, Bob. I am very sorry that my immoral behaviour means you've got to go out and buy your own grease gun. And I'm very sorry about the hole in your ceiling, which you seem to think I am partly responsible for.
Partly responsible? You're totally responsible.
Look, I am ready to pay any damages which you claim I am responsible for. I'll pay my way. Just send me a bill and an estimate. I'll pay my way.
What with?
Pardon?
What with? What will you pay your way with?
You'll get your money.
Terry, in here is the state of your current overdraft with me. What you've borrowed in the last month. On the 5th, £6 towards a new raincoat, which we've yet to see. 18th, £8, reason undisclosed. 21st, £10 to take out Claire Daly. 22nd, £3 for flowers, by way of apology to Claire Daly.
Look, just because I'm temporarily out of funds.
You're permanently out of funds, you. With most people, when they need money, the solution is fairly simple. They go out and work for it.
And where am I supposed to get work from, eh? Do you know how many people there are unemployed in this country today? Don't you realise that we are going through a slump? Don't you realise that there is an energy crisis?
Yes, you're the one with the energy crisis.
I mean, what chance has a man got? Just look at the state of this country's economy.
It's my economy I worry about, Terry, because it cannot stand the strain that you impose upon it.
Oh, your ligaments have certainly brought your nasty side out.
Well, it's got to be said, Terry. It's got to be said. If there's a slump in this country, it's because of people like you, who are content to draw the dole every week to cover their beer and their bets and their billiards. And your mother keeps you, and you live off your Audrey. Or you're round here for free coffee at coffee time every morning, or scoffing my chocolate digestive biscuits.
Right, well, that's it then. Don't worry. I won't be round for coffee anymore.
Well, it has to be said.
Yes, well, you said it. You made it perfectly clear. You'll get your money, everything I owe you, every penny, including your chocolate rotten biscuits. Don't worry. I won't be a burden on your economy any longer. Or your friendship.
Oh, God.
I'll just gather up some of my things, if I may.
What?
As I'm fired.
Oh, don't be silly. I didn't mean it. I just said that in the heat of the moment.
Said a lot of things today in the heat of the moment.
I'm in considerable pain. Oh, look, I'm sorry, Wendy. I'm sorry, really.
All right, Bob.
Do you accept my apology?
Yes, Bob.
I think it would take something more than this to come between you and I, don't you?
Yes, Bob. And I won't mention Gordon again.
Oh, it's not your Gordon. Half the trouble's your bloody swear box. Bloody hell! Bloody hell!
It's about your benefit, Mr. Collier.
Oh, aye? I'm getting a rise, I'm a pet.
We're going to have to stop it.
What?
Now, I warned you in the past, Mr. Collier. Unemployment benefit is only paid if we are unable to place you in a position of employment. But we have been able to place you, or at least offer you the opportunity. But either you will not accept them, or you don't turn up for the interview, or else you're deliberately rude to the personnel officer, as you were at Ramsey Electrics last week.
I wasn't rude.
Mr. Llewellyn said you were.
I wasn't rude. He was rude to me.
Only after you called him a humourless Welsh pig.
Well, he was. I couldn't work with a man like that.
It is thought, Mr. Collier, that you intentionally provoke antagonism in order to avoid the danger of being offered a position.
Well, that's not true. That's just my nature. I'm forthright, you see. I've always antagonised people.
Mr. Thompson of Tyne Electronics said you had a surly disposition. Mr. Lyle of J.C. Braithwaite found you offensive. And Mr. Snowden of Beacon Instruments called you a born troublemaker.
Well, I can't help being forthright.
You are a tradesman, and we can place you in your trade.
But I don't want to go back to me trade. I want something different.
Oh, you've already tried that one on us when you asked us to find you a job in public relations.
Well, what's wrong with that?
You aren't qualified. You're too forthright. And I doubt if you know what it means.
Oh, look, I just don't want to go back to doing what I've always done. I want a fresh start. Something else.
Then you'll just have to take a temporary, unskilled job until something else turns up.
Oh, look, Miss Dixon, you're a very understanding woman, very sympathetic, and, well, if I may say so, speaking frankly and forthrightly, a very attractive woman. In fact, I've often wondered, frankly, what a woman as attractive as you was doing working in a place like this. I would have thought you'd have been more suited for the stage or modelling, but I suppose it's your sense of duty that made you turn your back on the bright lights. But being the sort of person that you are, you must understand the sort of problems that faces a man like me. I mean, what chance has a man got?
With me, Mr. Collier, none at all.
Thanks a bunch, you humorless Scottish cow.
I do not need a wheelchair, Thelma. I'm not bloody Ironside.
Bob, would you please watch your tongue? There's a nun over there with a broken arm.
Well, what's a nun doing with a broken arm? They don't lead very active lives, do they?
Bob, shh.
Perhaps she thought she was the flying nun and fell out the window.
I don't think I've ever known you so rude since this leg.
I'm in considerable pain, Thelma.
Look, what time shall I call back for you?
Oh, I'll be here hours, won't I? National Health. There won't be a doctor in sight. They'll all be having a sing-song or playing rugby.
Look, I'll ring in an hour and find out what the situation is, all right? Bye-bye, Pet. Bye-bye.
This is our restroom.
Very cosy.
But if you want to smoke or a skive, it's no good coming in here, because they can always find you. You're better off in the boiler room, that's behind physiotherapy. But look out for Sister Kennedy.
Which one's she?
Oh, you can't miss her, lad. She's the enemy.
Do we eat with the nurses, like?
We all share the same canteen, but there's not much fraternising. All after doctors, you see, not porters.
Well, I'm only a temporary porter, strictly temporary. I'm a skilled man, me, tradesman.
Oh, aye, what trade?
Electrician.
Good lad. Here, you can fix that kettle of ours.
Why are you here if you have a trade?
Hey? Oh, well, I'm just waiting till another position comes along that's more suitable for my qualifications. But, well, in the meantime, I thought I'd do something worthwhile. It's a sense of service, you see, a sense of duty. Help those who can't help themselves.
Hey, lad, there's a fellow out there wants wheeling to X-ray.
Well, can't he wheel himself? This is our tea break.
Fine sense of service, lad. Come on, shift yourself. Florence Nightingale.
Hey, that bloke up there's a mate of mine. Can't one of you wheel him into X-ray? I mean, I don't want him to see me working in a place like this. Not as a porter.
And what's wrong with being a porter?
Hey, well, it's different for you, Vic. I mean, being a head porter. I mean, that's different again, isn't it? But I'm a skilled man. Well, it's different for you and all, isn't it? I mean, no offence, but there's not much open to you lot, is there? Except driving buses and frying hamburgers. I mean, that's why you're here.
No, I'm here because I'm doing my PhD at Durham University.
Pardon?
So, I work here to supplement my grant.
Oh.
When I did my degree in sociology at Cambridge, I also worked in a hospital. I enjoy the atmosphere, and I had no trouble fraternizing with the nurses.
Bully for you, Sidney Poitier.
There's a patient out there waiting to go to X-ray.
He's just going.
Well, don't just go. Go! You two, come with me.
National Health. Be here for hours. You could die in here for all they care. Complications might be setting in. I say you could die in here.
Lots of people do.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I just meant the time it takes.
Should I tell you something?
Yes.
I'm 68,
And these teeth are all my own.
Really?
Aye, all my original first teeth.
Fantastic. I hope when I'm your age, I have your teeth.
You can't have these, they're mine.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant, Oh, we're off, are we? Bye-bye then.
68 and all my own.
It's not infectious, you know. Still, I suppose you can't be too careful in the hospital. All them germs around. You know that old lady back there? She was 68 and she still had her original teeth.
Why are you wearing that mask?
Bob.
Terry.
Hello, kidder.
Hello.
I brought you these.
Oh, well, thank you, thank you.
Shall I put them in here?
No, that's for, Oh. Just put them down. The nurse will attend to them.
Okay. Oh, you're all right. Looks pretty serious.
Yes, I've just got to keep it up until, well, I'm under observation, you see.
Oh.
What on earth are you doing here?
Ah, well, I knew you were coming down to the hospital today, you see, and I wanted to catch you.
Why?
Well, a lot of things were said yesterday. I mean, things that needn't have been said, and I'm not saying it was entirely your fault, but I just thought, well, one of us should make the first move and clear the air, like.
With the flowers?
Ah, yes. No, well, when I inquired about you at the outpatients thingy, they said you'd been,
admitted.
Admitted, yes, so I popped across the road to that barra and got you those. And I realised it was extravagant, and I realised I perhaps should have given you the £3 to take off the money what I owe you. Well,
No, it's most kind, Terry. It was most thoughtful.
I will.
Yes, I'm sorry things were said.
I will.
Most unfair of me to blame you for all my misfortunes. I mean, I can hardly blame you for this one, can I?
No.
This was the fault of some masked maniac.
Get away.
Yes, I did this here in the hospital. And this.
How did that happen?
I hit a tea urn. That is scalding hot tea, that is.
Have you complained, like?
Well, of course I have all the time, but who's listening?
Well, just as long as you're not too uncomfortable.
Oh, no, I wish they'd lower it a bit. It's a terrific strain on my back.
Is it? Well, shall I have a look and see what I...
No, don't you touch it. You just leave it alone.
As you please. Yes. Now, look, is there anything I can get you?
No, Thelma's on her way. But thanks for the flowers. I'm sorry things were said, Terry, but, well, I was only saying it for your own good, you know.
Yes, I know, Bob. I know you were quite right. As a matter of fact, I went down the labour today. But all they've got is menial, unskilled jobs like working at the rope factory or sweeping out a tyre depot or portering for British Rail. And I've got me pride, kid. I mean, you couldn't expect me to...
No, of course not.
Right.
On the other hand, there is a case.
Case for what?
Well, a case for swallowing one's pride. Sometimes one has to take a menial task. Sometimes one has to...
Oh, stop saying one, will you? You mean I might have to take a menial task?
Well, being as how things are.
Being as how I'm in debt to you.
Not a question of being in debt. More a question of standing on one's own 2 feet.
Well, it's more than you can manage.
Terry, what I'm trying to say is that I just think that over the years... Well, I think that you've leaned on me too much. I think over the years I've carried you.
You've carried me?
Yes, I have. From an early age. From when we were at school together. I was always covering up for your truancy. You never did any homework. Used to copy mine in the bus. When we went to evening classes, you never studied. If we had exams, you used to copy the answers off me in the lavatory.
We failed those exams.
At least I failed by my own efforts.
I failed by your efforts. If I'd passed those exams, I wouldn't be in the position I am in today. You've got a lot to answer for.
How come the blame's ended up on me again?
Oh, look, kid, I better get off. Back to the rope factory. I'll just take these.
Terry, where are you going with me flowers?
Oh, well, I'll see about some water. I'll just get a jug.
It's nothing I said, is it?
No, you're quite right, Bob, you're quite right. I'll see you.
Your wife has just arrived, Mr. Ferris. I'm letting her come up, even though it's not visiting hours.
Thank you, sister, thank you.
I'm very sorry about what happened this morning. Don't you worry, I'll get to the bottom of it.
Or the foot of it.
What? Oh, yes, very funny. It's good to see that you can smile in the face of adversity.
Yes, well, I've got to, haven't I? You wouldn't believe the week I've had. Just hope I'm not in here forever. You know what hospitals are like.
Pardon?
No, I didn't mean that. No, what I meant was you'll need the bed, won't you, for the less fortunate?
Bob! Oh, don't worry, my dear. It's not half as bad as it looks. Just as long as he keeps it perfectly still.
Oh, what on earth's happened, Pet?
Thelma, you're not going to believe this. There was a masked maniac.
Oh, yes. What do you want in Florence?
Hey, nothing.
Get those for Sister Kennedy, did you?
Why?
Well, she's been conducting inquiries, hasn't she?
Hey?
Oh, don't worry, lad. We didn't say nought.
Oh, cheers, Vic.
Where's your coat?
What?
Go and get your coat, lad. You've got to get out to the kitchens. Take the teas round.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, I'll just put these in some water.
Skilled man.
Terry came in to see me, you know.
Terry?
You've only just missed him.
I thought you weren't speaking. I thought you'd had words.
Yes, we had, but he came in to patch things up. He brought me some flowers.
Did he? Oh, that was kind. What a nice gesture. Well, where are they?
He took them away again.
Had more words, did you?
No, he just went to find a vase and put them in water. You know, Thelma, we had this chat. Well, you know how difficult it is to give Terry advice. Well, I think this time I think he really took it all in. I think he's going to knuckle under.
Oh, what a blessing that would be.
Ooh.
What's the matter, Pet? What is it?
It's just this leg, love. I just wish they'd lower it.
Ooh. Oh, excuse me.
Hang on. That's him. That's the masked maniac.
Don't be so silly, Bob. They all dress like that in hospital. It could be one of 100. Excuse me. Could you spare a moment? My husband's in some discomfort. I think it's just a question of lowering it a fraction. Just a fraction.
Let me help! Let me help!
Hello, kidder. Thelma asked me to bring this up for you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I would have brought it earlier, only I've been working.
Working, you?
Oh, just a temporary job.
Where's this then?
Oh, just this place.
What place?
Oh, no place you'd know. I've packed it in anyway. I upset too many people. How are you? That's more to the point.
Well, I'm still in pain, Terry. I can't say that I'm not.
Well, Thelma said there wasn't much wrong with you.
Oh, did she? Well, what's she supposed to know about it?
Well, if it had been serious, you'd still be in hospital, wouldn't you?
I discharged myself.
Did you?
Yes, certainly. If I'd stayed in that place, I might never been able to walk again. I thought you're supposed to get better in a hospital, not worse. Do you know, Terry, in that hospital, in the casualty, there was an old lady. She was 68, and she still had all her own teeth. I bet by now she hasn't got a tooth in her head.
Well, just as long as there's nothing seriously wrong with you.
Terry, you don't know what I've been through the last few days. Somebody up there hates me. God, in his infinite wisdom, has decided to punish me. He sent a masked emissary to taunt me. I don't know why. I lead a decent enough life. I pay my rates on time. And me parking tickets.
Oh, come on, Bob, man, you're giving yourself a complex.
Yes, you could be right.
Seeing masked men at every turn. Who was he, the Lone Ranger?
He was real enough.
You've been overdoing it, mate. You've been working too hard and too many night schools. I was reading somewhere, in this country, on average, 1 in every 10 people has some sort of mental disorder. Now, that is fantastic when you think about it, isn't it? I mean, well, you take a football team, even Leeds. On average, one of them is balmy.
I can believe that.
Of course, it varies. I mean, you take that Italian team, Lazio, they're all raving lunatics.
Yes, you could be right, Terry. I could be losing my mind.
Peace and quiet, Bob. That's what you need. I advise complete rest. Oh, lends a couple of quid, will you?
Why? Where you going?
Down the Fat Ox and Sticko's going away party.
Oh, I was going to that.
Peace and rest, Bob. You have been overdoing it, you see.
Something we can't accuse you of.
But I'll not be the 1 in 10 that goes round the twist. Masked emissaries. Dear me.